Something to do with R, surely. Then again, they branched out and had a completely pointless doxy infestation that had nothing to do with R, apparently. Though I'm wondering whether R stuck the doxy queen in Barnaby's pocket. Whoa, what? Wow, go away. Go away. Oh, she I thought something was grabbing that lady, but she's like trying to pull this kid down. Whereas these people are just getting coffee. Or is it tea? Ooh. Ooh. Child. At least he's tall now. Oh. That steam coming out of her ears. I thought there was like something stuck through her head. Ugh. And this poor guy. Oh, he thrown up. Someone get him some Meropitan. They do patches in humans, not injections. Ma'am, you okay? This guy's like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And she's like, I'm in terrible pain. Okay, well. Okay. Hey, look at that! Took 7 years, but I finally have a pair of pajamas! I should have... Oh, there he is. Ooh. I don't know. Well. Oh, look at that. I don't know if they're known for impeccable style, buddy. So you guys are kind of like in Fairy? Because it's a question from you. I'm assuming. Okay, yeah. He doesn't even have pointy teeth. It doesn't look... Yeah, no, he doesn't. They couldn't even give him pointy teeth. Is he really a vampire, or is he just saying that? Where you be, buddy? Well, it appears vampires are too cool to play gobstones. Well, fine, I see how it is. Does he drink butterbeer? He eats sandwiches, apparently. Oh, there he is. He's not as excited about butterbeer as he was about sandwiches. You're pretty lame, to be honest. So your parents let you wander off on your own enough that you got assaulted and bitten by someone who turned out to be a vampire? You keep telling yourself that, buddy. I'm just making a romantic interest already. No, don't. I don't want to do Twilight in this game. I have a hard time believing Peeves actually cares. Let's see how far this goes. I've built up a significant amount of energy, but it's also after 10 o'clock, so... But there is a 30% story spree going on. So it's about 50-50 that if it's anything more than 1 hour, I might be able to complete it before going to bed. No one's too young to be in a hospital. They have NICUs. Unless you wizards don't have that. Just look at them. We have the group of friends over here, and then there's Rowan. Now, the fact that Mungo is sainted, canonized, suggests that there is some form of religious group in the Harry Potter universe. Like what? Like, Wiggenweld? Okay, and what else? Like Wiggenweld? Nothing is ever good when you add school project. We're hanging out with friends. No, we're doing a school project. It's not fun anymore. We're exploring new places. No, we're doing a school project. It's not fun anymore. Why is Jay even here, by the way? No offense, but thank you, Kiara. I don't know how the wizards do it, but there's a lot of controlled substances in the hospital, and I don't think we want Jay near those. Unless this illegal goods dealer has apparently standards and will not stoop to stealing fentanyl. Well, it's hard to say that's not what happens when that's what always happens. Listen, if you don't want to hang out with the friend group, Talbot, you don't have to. Really? Because you look more angry than happy. Oh, that took a downward turn real fast. My mother was murdered right in front of me. Shall we move on? I mean, Rowan would probably enjoy it, right? Even though she wants to be a professor. You know, one thing I've noticed they haven't had us do yet is explore opportunities as a possible professor at Hogwarts. Then again, they seem to have tenured professors, so that the only thing other than death that gets them out of their position is if they were Defense Against the Dark Arts professor and they only lasted a year. So... I wonder what would happen if Dumbledore hired Defense Against the Dark Arts professors specifically for 1 year. And he was like, we need you just to teach this year. Okay. Person leave. Like, get a group of like 5 people. Okay, person leaves. Next person. Okay. And you go through the 5. Then you get, and like, since they're automatically leaving at the end of the year anyway, nothing bad is gonna happen to them, theoretically. Like with Lupin, well, technically nothing bad happened to him. He just went back to being homeless, so no worse than he was. Then you get back to the first person again after you've gone through all 5. Hey, we'll hire you for just 1 more year. Okay. Would that work? Would that be a workaround for the Jinx? Though honestly, I still think it would have been best to just dissolve the position and turn it into an unofficial quote-unquote club, where they learn all the same stuff anyway. But it's not a class. It's not a Defense Against the Dark Arts position anymore. Therefore, it's not jinxed, right? Now, if hospitals could make their own medicines, that would be useful, but unfortunately we have to depend on... Each medicine has maybe 1 or 2 factories producing all of it for a huge part of the world. So if one of those factories goes out, everything's on back order. I don't know what we're gonna do if doxycycline goes on back order. You should always carry Wiggenweld around with you, just in general. Like, the Wizarding World is dangerous. Don't call us that. I already don't like her. She's evil, I just know it. Like little lambs to the slaughter. That's what I think of. She's not trustworthy. And why is everyone here a leprechaun? Or is it just St. Patrick's Day? They're vital to everyone. Everywhere. All good things, I hope? No. Think of it as making sandwiches. Instead of sandwiches, you're making potions to save people's lives. He hasn't gotten to show up much, if we're being honest. So can you tell me about his canonization process? What were the 2 miracles that were accepted in order to determine that he could be canonized a saint? When did this take place? Which pope was the one who did this? When did she live? Well, it would be nice to go to an actual hospital and get treats and pastries and teas. We're among the greats? No, you're just among them. You're not actually great. Oh. Does this have anything to do with R? Are you a member of R? Now that is very Rowan. Can you tell me about what are all these wards and what do they mean? Didn't you look this place up ahead of time? No, not at all. First you're complaining at Talbot for not being excited, and now you're complaining at her for being excited? Come on, buddy. Aren't you so full of yourself? Anytime anyone says, "You remind me of me," it's like, uh-huh, okay. Why do you need to turn metals into golds? That was the primary purpose of alchemy. They need to work on these models a little. Thumbs up, first assignment. That's what I was wondering. Don't stare too long, you might go blind. Whoa, look at that floor. This is psychedelic. Do you brew any mushrooms here? So it's not an alchemy room, it's a potion room. Cures for what exactly? What are the differences then? Okay. Oh, we do that in the Elder Scrolls games too. We just eat them. Huh? Yeah, just eat it. And then you know it's magical properties. Why can't you slap a Wiggenweld on everything? It just does non-specific healing. Uh-oh, see? I would like to see Jay try and move this entire apparatus out of here, though. I hope he isn't actually planning on doing anything, because why else would he be stupid enough to say that out loud? First of all, don't interrupt me. Oh, when I said anything, I didn't mean that. Oh, don't worry, Rowan. You're a main character now. Trouble's gonna find you in just a second. You really think that we're gonna allow you children to brew potions to use in human beings? No. No, the people who do that have to go through 4 years of medical school, then anywhere from 4 to 6 to 10 years of residencies and internships before we ever allow them to make something that can go to a patient. Rowan would probably know better than to complain outright. He's probably gonna swipe a few. Complete harder tasks. To do complete harder tasks. What about incomplete harder tasks? True. The pharmacists specialize in medicine, but all the medical professionals have to have at least a working knowledge of them, so that they know what to reach for in what situation. Well, you probably deserve it. Kiara, you gonna come over and help out, hun? What's it doing, girl? Oh, there we go. We finally pulled her away from the psychedelic lava lamp. So where were your antibiotics? Or what now? So do you have any chemotherapy? Out of curiosity? How about insulin, like you have a diabetic patient? Do you guys do organ transplants? What about if someone ate a rock? Or worse, a penny? Huh? This? Shape of an acorn? Really? Maybe an upside down acorn? If I just walk back and forth enough, I'll look busy. Listen, don't reorganize it from the system that it already has, otherwise no one will be able to find anything. Just... what they probably should have the students do is take stock, so that they know what to get more of. Didn't you just say you weren't going to take anything? What about, like, the most basic kind of medical setups, like IV lines and fluids? Do you do those? Do you have anti-nausea medications in case someone can't keep a potion down and keeps throwing it up? So you have potions for anemia. How do those work? Do those ramp up the bone marrow to make more red blood cells and speeds it up so that the body isn't pumping immature nucleated red blood cells into the bloodstream? Or does it act like a magical version of a blood transfusion where it's basically type O blood that pops into the body and, you know, replenishes the red blood cells until the body can rebuild its numbers? What if they have low platelets? I guess the blood replenishing potion won't help with that. But then, it's blood replenishing. So that suggests that it might not just be red blood cells specifically, it might be whole blood, which includes the plasma and the platelets and all the whatever kind of nutrients are already in, other nutrients and everything in the blood. So that would increase volume as well, not just red blood cell numbers. I try to live every day with the excitement of my best friend who is now dead, Autumn Bennett. Listen, the more excited you act about something, the more likely that they're going to give you a raise. And a promotion. I don't know if that's actually true. I've heard that you need to be proactive and ask for raises. Women aren't as good at that. But every 6 months, I'm told, ask for a raise. Oh no, Kiara's been distracted by the psychedelic again. That's never true. Each task is important, but the importance varies. Wait, you're actually going to have us deal with patients? Is that a good idea? I thought well... But no, that's not usually high school shadows that go and deal directly with the patients. They might follow the doctor in and stand quietly in the corner and observe, but they aren't usually the ones talking to the patients. You don't ever want to be that patient where the doctor says, "Oh, wow! Can I get the students? They really gotta see this," because that means that you are something unusual, and that's never a good sign. You mean they didn't just teach you that in class? No, for some reason. That is the bare minimum, Jay. Then again, Lots of surgeons don't even have that, which is why they're surgeons. They don't deal with awake patients. I have to agree with one that is obviously right. Because you deal with patients, dummy. Kiara, do you want to come and be a part of this conversation? Where the heck even is Talbot? There he is, way over there. Why do they get to wander off and not pay attention? Oh, that mouth. Ugh, so weird. Really? You want us to do triage? You want us to take history? And do a physical exam? Okay. There's the hysterical patients, there's the angry patients, there's the... Thank goodness we don't have to write reports on this. Go away. Ah! A meta wizard. How is a meta wizard different from a healer? Is there a specific difference? Oh no, not Hagrid! I'm glad that they had a bed big enough for him. The spiders. I'm sorry, is it your job now to diagnose and treat him, Rowan? Yep, it's the spiders. By existing near an acromantula. Come on, Rowan, keep up. Look at that, these poor wizards don't even have running water. And yet they have electricity? Listen, that's their job. They can do it themselves. Poor Hagrid. Can't they just use Engorgio? Come on. Well, I don't think I have the expertise. Especially for half-giants. Gasp! Did you wash it with soap and warm water? Now, do we have acromantula antivenom, or do we just kinda fluids and supportive care? I'm pretty sure people know that acromantulas exist in the forest. Just say you ran into one and you're fine. Oh, don't be scared, Hagrid. I could probably use transfiguration to make this place look like your house. Don't know how the staff would react. Does Rowan like pumpkin pasties? I don't know. Pasties? Accio pumpkin pasty. There we go! No, really. This way I don't have to go organizing ingredients. I just have to go pick up a dessert and say, oh, it's for my patient. I need to pick up an extra because he'll feel more comfortable sharing one with a friend. I'm doing my job here. Chill, Rowan, chill. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, really? They're actually going to turn that into an event? Hey, I know you're experiencing difficulties, but can you just point me to the dessert cart? Yeah, I need a pastry. Oh, what'd she come down with, if I may ask? It's not sensitive, is it? What does that say? Over here. How do you spell good health with St. Mungo's Hospital? What? Someone needs to fire their marketer. No, I'm just here to get dessert and leave. You're on your own. I don't know if that was foolish of them, giving him an assignment where he has a lot of free time, or smart of them, giving him a patient where he can't screw anything up. Then again, I'm kinda surprised he didn't rifle through the guy's belongings. Same, sister! It's like we're on the same wavelength. Oh no, not him again. Is he gonna show up again? If this somehow ties into R, then he probably will. Would Rowan? Probably not. Who cares? I need to help him. You keep yours. Is her name pronounced Strout or Stroot? Listen, dessert makes just about everyone feel better. Hey, can I have a pumpkin pasty? Turns out we're all out. Oh no! Now I have to go on a whole convoluted adventure just to find that pumpkin pasty for Hagrid. And then we get like midway through the episode and it's like, Rowan, maybe this is just too much effort for a simple pumpkin pasty. Maybe just drop it. No, I must get this dessert for Hagrid to make him feel better. And then at the end, either you never get the pumpkin pasty, but Hagrid says, it's alright, just knowing that you went to that trouble for me made me feel better. And it's like, yay! And that's the message of the episode, I suppose. Ah, yep, here we go. Well, I guess I could go tackle whoever took it and steal from that. That's the only thing that'll make Hagrid feel at home. Chill, Rowan. So you'll help me? Oh, no, I can't help you. We're in London. Is there a store nearby? Tell him off, SpongeBob. Assert yourself. I want that pumpkin pasty. Great. Now let him have it. You can have it. Say thanks. No! Yes, because we all know the main character is fantastic at talking. Sorry, that's HIPAA. What? Even who took your pastries as privileged information? Oh yes, you'd be amazed. Oh wait, so the whole thing is him telling us about who took it, and then so 5 of 6 is going to grab it, and then 6 of 6 is giving it to Hagrid? Guess that's not terrible, but are you serious? I guess it would have been too heavy to shadow a healer as they have to give someone a terminal diagnosis. But I guess I was kind of hoping to see the treatment process, since generally the non-medical author suggested that for most things they just wave a wand and it's better. And then for when there's something magical, it's like, oh, regular magic doesn't work. So what do you do in that case? I mean, I think you could probably be almost decent at just about anything you actually put your mind to. Oh, Lord. Is it a member of R who took the pumpkin pasty? I am not at all. But anyway, I didn't learn until we got to toxicology. You know, in shows and stuff, it's always, oh, they're poisoned. We gotta find the antidote. I didn't learn until I got to toxicology that generally there is no antidote. Generally, if it's something they ingested, if they ingested it recently, you try to get it out of their system as quickly as possible, usually back through the mouth. And then you give them activated charcoal to hopefully absorb... I wouldn't say it is, Jay. Hopefully absorb whatever might be left in the intestinal tract, and then supportive care as needed. Well, I respect that. And they spelled it wrong, too. Frankly, I don't care. I have a real mystery on my hands, Kiara. And then as far as bites, like venomous bites go, there is... Oh, you poor person. Did she get a terminal diagnosis? There is, of course, anti-venom, but it depends on... I don't know how humans are. Dogs, we don't always use it because it's made with horses because they're so huge. You have to give them small amounts of venom and then collect the antibodies from their blood, so it's more effective in horses because they're big enough you can actually get enough blood to get, you know, an amount in less than, you know, years. And there's sometimes they'll have reactions to it. So if it's not, so depending on the situation, if it's not that serious, we don't always give them the anti-venom. Oop. But yeah, we don't always give the anti-venom. And then we just hospitalize them. And if they have localized necrosis from the bite, we debride it, which is just a fancy word for cutting it off, because, I mean, it's dead. They don't feel it anymore. And then give them antibiotics so that bacteria don't take advantage and move in and make the whole situation worse. And just kind of, yeah, supportive care until Doggo can go home. All this to say, I wonder what they do with acromantula venom. Do they have anti-venom for it? And if so, would they look at Hagrid and say, "Ah, you're fine. We'll just give you water and watch it"? I don't know that wizards actually know that bacteria exist, much less what they are. Oh, it's somebody that we know? It's definitely not him. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. At least I won't feel bad roughing this guy up for his dessert. Well, at least he's got that going for him, true. Unless she's diabetic. He probably mishandled one of his own products. Again. Like an idiot. Kiara, don't get taken advantage of. Ah. I didn't so much find it as... Wow. What a shocking lack of timers. Are we allowed to just wander around asking for patients? What if somebody kidnaps a patient out of here and then kills them later in a shadowy underground meeting of bad guys? How did he manage to walk to the dessert stand and ask for a dessert? Much less tell jokes. You fool. I think he noticed that, Rowan. I'm sure it will, eventually. So I thought that they were supposed... I thought that, like, the rim or whatever was supposed to bite your nose as you lifted the cup to sip out of it? Why has the bottom of the cup bitten your nose? You know, that's probably a lawsuit. Ready to happen. Look at him and laugh. Are you laughing at our patients? Yes! No, I came here to steal your dessert from you, too. You're not helping, Jay. What if he refuses to give me the pasty just because of you? It's very serious. This is such a big deal. You already have lots of other candy. Can't you just give me that? In terms of triage, he was probably pretty low on the level, so he gets to wait until there's an available doctor. Can't we just Evanesco the cup? Oh, I'm so sad. I can't even enjoy the taste of sweets. Then can I have them? You're not helping, Rowan. It's a bad sign when Jay is being more helpful than Rowan. By the time we get back to him, he'll have been discharged already. This is ridiculous. Then perhaps I can waste some energy on you? Yes! This makes me so happy. One 100 points for bedside manner. Take notes, Jay. This is how you deal with people in Nocturne Alley. Thanks, man. Wow, the box is... it has no bottom. Did you eat it or just shove it in your pocket? Do you have pockets? Let me rephrase that. I don't want to have a knack for this. Reconsidering what? A life of crime? Whoa. Look at those eyeballs. He cared with the Billywig quest. No, you made that spot wet. Go somewhere else. Did you not tell them what's going on, Hagrid? Do they not know how to treat your spider bite, Hagrid? Hagrid. Are you healed, Hagrid? No, you just brought me dessert. Oh, yeah! Of course you did. Of course you do. Yeah, everyone would probably say the knowledge choice. I mean, there'll always be people to heal after the dark witches and wizards have done their misdeeds. Mm-hmm. You really should have. For once, a line in this game that actually makes sense. You know, it just occurred to me. That guy went through all the trouble of describing Ilton by his mustache and the fact that he tells jokes. Why wouldn't he have prefaced with, he had a teacup attached to his nose? Ridiculous as that sounds, that would have been a descriptor which we could have followed very quickly and easily. And it would have taken all of 2 seconds to relay to us. Yes, and I had it in my back pocket. Sorry, might have sat on it a bit. I like that animation though. She looks so sweet and happy. She's like, oh, look at this. It's like Thanksgiving as I present to you a pumpkin pie pasty. You have no idea what I had to go through to get it. It was so little. Oh, it was all worth it. Sour? In a pumpkin dessert? Those had better be tears of joy. Oh no, he does have a problem. He is right next to the window. Wouldn't the window be to the side rather than right behind him? You sure? You didn't have anyone to take care of him? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Never, Hagrid. You don't have a house sitter? We'll spend the entire next chapter telling Fang you're alright. They could have skipped the whole thing with the pumpkin pasty and just had this be this chapter. Just send an owl to Corey and have him take care of Fang. I always think everything you say is the best, Rowan. Oh. That'll go over real well with hospital policy, I'm sure. Never mind, we're going to spend the entire chapter convincing the hospital to let us bring Fang in. Oh, he can't stay. Who's gonna walk Fang? Who's gonna clean up if he has an accident? What if there are people here who are allergic to dogs? Who knows what Fang has been eating, and he's gonna be slobbering over everything. He could be slobbering germs from dead, decaying things all over the place. I mean, we could always give him a bath in chlorhexidine shampoo before bringing him, and that'll help. But maybe if we just put on, well, you can usually sneak a dog into a restaurant by putting on an emotional support vest that you can get online. But I think hospitals tend to have a bit more stringent requirements, and it'll probably take longer to train him to be an actual service dog so that we can bring him in there than it would actually take Hagrid to heal. Oh. Can we learn how to heal if we don't have a wand on us? Yes, it's called Wiggenweld. do more free work, that's what this whole opportunity is. Lots of energy. Well, I'm pretty sure a healer isn't going to be regularly going to Dumbledore's office to discuss healing magic. I almost said medicine, as though this is medicine. So why do we have to go... We're trying to learn what work is like at St. Mungo's. Why do we have to go back to Hogwarts for that? Let's do the first thing that's at St. Mungo's. And why in the heck, no offense to Jay, but why in the heck would we talk to him about this? Is he going to be a healer now? This one was 3-star, yeah. I thought she had pointy ears and was an elf for a second. Which one? Oh. Huh? Did you break your ankle because you were wearing clunky shoes? Never dance in high heels. Oh. You put on cursed shoes. Wait, aren't you Bean from the Quidditch team? Well, I guess you wouldn't know Rowan, because she wasn't in the Quidditch team. You can apparate? Why can't I apparate? Do I ever learn to apparate? Can I ever have that, please? See, you were dancing on the bus the whole way. Okay. I'm listening. I listened. You said nothing? Okay. What did that accomplish? Anything? To be fair, though, did you actually tell Mundungus Fletcher the details of what you wanted? Oh no, I don't know if I can manage this, Jay. Can I manage to pass you this chart? Oh, look at that! Masterful passing. A+, 10 out of 10. Look, she's so proud of herself. What is that face? Yay. Cool. Anyway. Oh boy. What is Dittany? What does it do? Why would I put 3 stars when I only need 1 to pass? Also, I didn't bother waiting for my energy to fully recharge. Isn't this the only healing herb? Everything else that goes in is just additives, right? Are we actually reviewing the herb? Okay. That is nothing to do with... Okay, we know this. Wait, what's the difference between Essence of Dittany and Wiggenweld? Is Essence of Dittany just Dittany? And in which case, why bother making Wiggenweld if you can just put a bunch of Dittany, like just make a paste or liquid of Dittany and use that instead? How do I water these plants? Now I remember. Where are the plants? Says Penny. I don't see any. I'm so confused. Alright. Full stars. This had better be just a conversation. Oh good, this we can do. Can I can just invite anyone? Ah, never mind then. There he is. I don't know if that's something to be proud of. Well, I tried to fail. Yep. Alright, Dumbledore-Dobie, let's discuss us some healing magic. We needed... how many? We needed 2 stars, but why does this say ask for advice and not discuss healing magic? I've just taken an interest in finishing this game at some point. What do you mean, perhaps? There's no perhaps about it. That's the first thing they should learn, along with protection magic. Hey? What does this have to do with... Get. Hey, Fox, what? Oh, sweet. That's actually a good question. Can you answer that? I'm curious. Those are warts on the bottom of your feet, just so you know. How do you transfigure a wound into healthy tissue? Wouldn't that be against Gamp's law or whatever? You know, for everything I hear about Gamp's exceptions to Gamp's law, I don't know what his law actually is, and I know of only the exception where you can't create food. So maybe it's time I take another visit to the Harry Potter wiki page. Yay. 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 How did I not get... I'm logged in. How did I not get credit for that? Alright, let's do some healing. I hope they aren't looking for me over at Mungo's. That's it? Okay, like, what kind of stomach trouble? Like, why can't you just use a spell to fix this? Is this his chamber pot? What kind of tools and supplies, other than your wands? And Skelegro sometimes. Oh. Wait, then why aren't you floating? So they do know about sterilization. At least there's that. Yes, he might have eaten a rock and it's stuck inside his stomach. I was hoping we'd do some actual assistance, not just... Yes, I do that all the time. Have you considered a specialist? Well, you're lacking the temperament, ma'am, if I may say so. Nah, I can very much see where she's coming from. His arm looks pretty broken, Madame Pomfrey. Yay. Ah. I've completed it. Not that I've been busy doing anything of value. I don't think I would be. You have exactly one hospital in the entire British Isles. Is that correct? So is Hogwarts. I wonder if it actually gives us the option. Because I know they've done the Hogwarts Beyond. So I wonder if it lets us, like after we graduate, so I wonder if it lets us pick, hey, I want to work at St. Mungo's, or I want to do this or that. Or if it's just like, you're an Auror now, and you're still fighting R, or you're fighting another group of bad guys now, because that's what we did. That is what we did to you, and that's what you're doing in Hogwarts Beyond. This place looks oddly empty. Is someone preparing an ambush? Yet another medicine is on back order! Oh, they just screwed it up. That's also annoying. I need you to write them a very strongly worded letter. Oh, okay. And then deliver it in person and lecture them most thoroughly. Okay. Professor Snape would love to help out, right? Okay. Professor Sprout would like to help. Why are we inspecting their potions? What do they have to do with this? Did it say intoxication just now? What kind of potions are these? Are these the adult potion? Oh, and yeah, intoxicating substances. Are we talking about like the inebriating intoxicating substances? Or the illegal kind where you go tripping? I see. Interesting. Why would they send us soup? Most poisons don't have antidotes, at least in my experience. One thing that does technically have an antidote, dude, you don't learn your lesson, do you? One thing that technically has an antidote is antifreeze. It's for ipomenol, I believe. But we vets can't get a hold of it very often because it goes to the hospitals more frequently, which I understand, you gotta take care of the humans. And the alternate treatment is something I suppose you wouldn't want to try in humans, especially if it might be a child. The alternate, so the way antifreeze works is initially... Oh, really? Well, whoops, I should have looked that one up. But anyway, sorry, Rowan would have known that. The way antifreeze works is by itself, it's not... It causes drunkenness symptoms, but it's not dangerous. But then the body metabolizes it into a substance that crystallizes within the kidneys, and those crystals have sharp points that destroy the kidneys. And that is what causes the problems with antifreeze. So the way to stop it is to inject the substance for ipomenol that binds better to where it prevents the body from metabolizing the antifreeze, so it just goes straight through the kidneys and out in the pee, and then there's no damage. If you don't have 4-epimenol, another substance that does the same thing is straight alcohol. So you can make them really drunk, and then they're fine. I have done this. We were out of Everclear at the clinic, and I'm by myself at 11 at night. I had to go to the nearest liquor store. I didn't know what Everclear was, and I was afraid I would forget, so I took the empty bottle, and walked in and said, "I need more of this." And the dog lived. That was the good thing. I gave him alcohol in his veins, slow drip overnight, and he lived. So, there's that. Sure, let's brew some potions. Oh, we're actually gonna do it here, surprising. Don't fall, buddy. Oh, it actually moves the ladder. It doesn't slide? You have to pick it up and carry the ladder? Yeah, you gotta pick it up and carry it, apparently. Oh, wow. Isn't there a spell for that? And off he goes. Sorry, what were we doing? I really was not paying attention. Oh, they actually animated the liquid going out and now it's filled again. Magic. Accio Horklump juice. We use Incendio for hypothermia. Really? Do you guys have a treatment for rabies? Out of curiosity. What about for cancer? Gross. Haven't you ever heard of making a roux? I don't think Liz makes potions. I wonder if she's developing vegetarian potions. Though it does seem like, do you use all of the sloth, or do you euthanize the sloths and only take the mucus from the brain and just leave the rest? Uh-oh, they must have revealed some new pictures. Yay. These ingredients are only ever available in the Forbidden Forest. No one has greenhouses. Other than the school's greenhouses, of course, but even the school's greenhouses don't have the desired ingredients. Have we asked? Quickly collect. Quickly collect. Quickly collect. Do they get any ingredients from overseas, and if so, do they have to deal with tariffs? So we're getting, like, are they just watching us? Goodness, how'd that even happen? Now that's more of what I expected. Hello, patient. What shall I help you with? Oh. Listen, I could just knock you out and then you'll be sleeping like a baby. I'm amazed you actually took... No, I'm not. You're Rowan Khan. Of course you took notes in History of Magic. Oh. 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 You've done this to yourself. Yeesh. So if you... I mean, I'm assuming too much wide-eye potion has the same effect as any other sort of unnatural stimulant that's used to keep someone awake for extended periods. Though I don't know if it would work like an overdose of caffeine. Can you get addicted to wide-eye potions the way you can get addicted to caffeine? Wow, way to help out, Jay. Oh. Why are your eyebrows brown? Yay, I have helped the patient.
What are the healing herbs that we know of? Dittany, okay? And... Dittany. Does it even contain 1,000 magical herbs and fungi? I learned nothing. Oh, that one whole house point. You're welcome. I thought that's what we were doing. Yay. I don't think they ever say thank you like that. Maybe they do, I'll have to look back. But that was nice.